Good afternoon. It's almost at the end of the day by a few minutes, so I just want to recap my trading for today. Took one trade and one trade only. It was, if I go to my levels, which I open up TradingView for this. So today I was watching a potential, my pen open, I was watching this area here for a potential either reject off of this trend line, and we did get a little reject, but we did break right through, and I had two levels I was really watching. The first level was 45.40 area, and the next level was 45.72. And you can see if you were watching this area, 45.72, 45.73 area, then that would have been a great rejection. So it wasn't exactly there, but if you wait for confirmation, I was not trading at this point because I'd already done my trade, which I'm going to get to in a second. But that was the reject we was waiting for. I was expecting it to be closer to that area, maybe no higher than that trend, that pivot. But you can see we kind of hit between that pivot and that pivot. 45.78 was it? 45.77 was the rejection area. But if you look at it on the 5-minute chart, so that's the level I was watching. So we had this big push through, and you may have seen from my previous videos, if I see a big push up, then, so for example, if it grinds up and just slowly gets to that point over a long period of time, then it's most likely going to probably hover around and then break out. But on this instant, we had one big candle, we had a rest candle, then we had one big wide range candle, and volume wise, it was relatively high volume as well. It could potentially show ending volume, and in fact I'll get into one of my trades in a minute, which I got out when I thought I saw ending volume, which it looked like it probably was. And then we had this liquidity sweep at the top, topping tails, topping tails, topping tails, and this hammer candle shows the first sign of weakness, and then the push back down. So had I been waiting for confirmation, probably you could have taken this GBI or this GBI at the actual level we was watching, and maybe you could have taken, saw the topping tails, you could have probably taken the breakdown of that green candles there with your stop, a nice defined stop above that. It would have been 75, a $2.25, a $2.50 stop on the MES. So that was a good trade if you took that level, but I was done trading by that point. My trade today was, we saw this little flag building up, so we saw this, I was long biased, and so what I quite liked was this left shoulder, this potential head, and this potential right shoulder. So that's kind of what I was watching. It's not a very great head and shoulders pattern, it's a bit lopsided, but maybe you could say the trend line was creating, you could have said the trend line created the neckline. If we zoom out, that, let's just readjust our neckline about there. Yeah, you probably could have argued the case if it came down to that point there. You know, hindsight's better to view your trades with hindsight and say that's where the line should have been. But still, I'll go into my platform, NinjaTrader, because that's what I use to take the trade. So my entry was here. It's a single entry. In fact, my single entry was there, and it was on a previous day's level. I can't remember what that was. That was a previous day low, I believe, or no, that's a previous day close. So my entry was at the previous day close. I had a limit order sitting there, and I had another limit order sitting around here as well, because I really wanted to get back down to that area, maybe to the VWAP, my entry. So I was only in a quarter of a size at this point, because I only I would have probably got in there, maybe added again on the VWAP with my stop there and a second stop there, so that would have been my safety net. But I see it triggered me in and pushed up, and what I was watching, I saw high volume. It is on the 2-minute chart, so let's switch to the 2. So I used the 5 minute for my entries, I used the 2 minute to define my exits. And so my exit was on a volume spike. So I saw this spot volume spike here as we pushed up, and I held it just for a bit to see whether it's going to push up any further, and as it came down it's into that level 45.70 and I just took it for profit. And don't forget, I'm trading, I think today I had 14 accounts enabled on my Apex account. Yeah, all of them were enabled today. So I was trading 14 contracts and I only needed a small move. That's all I needed, a small tiny move, and that is a good day. So I think the overall move was $40 per account, and that's it. Did I have any regrets? Maybe I should have, because I was only in with 1 quarter, I didn't have much to play with, and maybe I should have trailed the 8 moving average a bit better. But I just wanted to take the profit. Maybe I could have looked for an ad, because you see we had that volume spike, low volume, and then another volume spike again on high volume, and then we had these 2 smaller, this little push up. And I'll be honest with you, I was watching level 2 and there was quite a lot of sellers above as well, so I knew I wanted to get out of this area. So, and it was a good out, because if you can see, let's go back to the 5. So my out was here. Get my pen again. So that's my out here, and I had a bit of regret because I missed that run up, and I probably could have maybe got another decent bit of profit out. But then it didn't take long. It took half an hour to come back down to that area, and as soon as I saw that, I had no regrets. But you know, no one likes leaving money on the table, and had I had more contracts, I probably would have taken one off there, one off up there, and probably would have just taken one out if it broke that moving average, and maybe when it broke that moving average, and wait for a re-entry back at the BWAP, and it probably wouldn't have might have got triggered in there and could have stopped there if you're looking for an ad. But that's it really. I'm trying my best now not to over trade. I took 1 trade. I only really want to take 1, maybe 2 trades a day, rather than just take lots and lots and lots of trades and scalp. It's hard work, and it means I can focus on my other businesses as well today. So I was focused on a few other jobs I was doing, a bit of programming, and just waiting for my alerts to kick in. My alert kicked in for that. No, sorry, my alert kicked in for this level here, and I debated taking it for a reject. It was a high risk rejection from my pre-market plan, or it would have been a break and retest long. But there was no real break or retest, because I was just looking now. Yeah, it showed too much weakness. There was no. Yeah, there was no retest. It was just a fake. It was a breakout and straight back down again. So the retest probably could have been about there. 45.72, 45. That's the area I was watching. Came down. Yeah, so you would have had to break that candle. There was no retest at all. So it was a high risk rejection area there with no retest. So that was the play, that one there. But like I said, I don't want to overtrade. My entry entered there, exit there, job done for the day. So what's that? 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. A 35-minute day is not a bad day to have, really. So there you go. Other than that, I don't think there's much more. The stock market is just closed and it's uneventful. Another uneventful day. So yeah, just went sideways. Is it officially a red day? Let's have a look. Tough one it is. We finished just slightly above 0%, so almost a neutral day. So there you go. Thank you for watching. Hopefully you had a good day trading, and I will be hopefully back tomorrow 2 PM UK time, which is 9 AM Eastern time, for my pre-market live video, and I'll go through the levels for the day. And like I said, market like it is right now, I can probably tell you what the levels will be for tomorrow. If we don't see any movement at all, same levels we've got, reject of this area and a bounce from this area there, and there you go, that's tomorrow's levels. What news have we got tomorrow before we go? Tomorrow, high importance, Oh, there's a data drop at 8:30. So what else? 7 o'clock, got some news. Yeah, lots of news at 8:30, so I'll definitely be looking at levels, because obviously when we get these data drops at 8:30, it could affect the market. So, but that's just give you an idea. That's the two areas I'm watching anyway. Today's low and today's high. Okay, thank you for watching, and I will see some of you tomorrow. Thanks. Good night.